one seems to feel the same old way. Think about the love that burns within my heart for you. The good times we had before you went away.
All right, welcome on back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio, a rainy Tuesday afternoon here in Newburyport. I hope you all had a good weekend. I'm sitting today. I don't know why I'm sitting. I don't usually sit, Tyler Neufeld, who's producing today, but here, I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling like that. The rain has me on my has me on my chair today, sitting down. Hope you're all doing all right. Hope you had a good weekend. Kind of a unique thing about this show. I wish you a good weekend on Thursday, and I kind of say I hope you had a good weekend on Tuesdays when it's just about hump day. You're almost in the middle of the week, so I guess it's always a good time to see me here on this show. There you go. Hopefully the day's going okay. We have a few great guests here. Three guys in the house. One you know, two you don't. Sam Acquiviva was on before. He's a track star for Newburyport. He brought two other runners with him here today, Jack Reeves and John Lucy, Newburyport guys, Newburyport Clippers. So I don't think they ran here. They look pretty dry, but we'll talk with these guys when we get back. A lot going on in the world today, really all week. President Trump, of course, meeting with Vladimir Putin yesterday. That, of course, was no shortage of headlines. It seemed like that whole European trip had headline after headline there. And, of course, locally, the terrible story of the officer shot in Weymouth and the innocent bystander there. Just a terrible story. And a wild scene on Sunday morning that we're just kind of learning more details about as we go. So those are kind of the big ones in the news this week, dominating the news. Kind of quiet on the sports front. Of course, all the high school kids are a bit, not too much really going on in the summer. You get summer leagues and all that stuff. Maybe I'll talk with these guys about that in just a minute. But you get some summer leagues, but no real high school sports, obviously, in the off season. And now you get the All-Star break. It's like a dead time, All-Star break for baseball. It's like a very dead time for sports this week. So it's kind of quiet. The British Open does pick up Thursday. We'll see how Tiger Woods does and all that. But All-Star game is tonight. So if you're into that, I'm a baseball guy, but I really don't get too into the All-Star game. It's just, I don't know. It's an All-Star game. It's an exhibition. I don't really care. Let me know when the Red Sox are back on Friday. But that is that for now. Why don't I get out of the way here again? Tyler Neufeld producing the radio side, David Kramer on the TV side. We got these three Newburyport Clippers in the house. And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Joppa Afternoons. What did I say? At Joppa Afternoons. That's at Joppa, Joppa Afternoons on Twitter. Feel free to shoot any questions our way during the show. I'll go get my phone and make sure I check it during the show if you send any questions. Good way to stay interactive even after the show. And if you miss one, you can always catch up. They all get posted on there, and it's a good way to do it. Oh, and don't forget the YouTube stream. If you're in the car and you're about to go home, you can pull us up on YouTube if you're going to work or something, or I don't know, don't get in trouble with the boss, but you get the YouTube stream, the television, and the radio to hear this show and watch this show, so it is a good deal. Again, my name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive, back with a few Newburyport Clippers here in just a moment. Keep it right here.
other girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. I love the free, fresh wind in my hair, life without care. I'm broke, it's okay, California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady is a tramp.
All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're doing all right. Stay dry out there. I think it's going to be an ugly few hours. I heard there's flood watches and there's a lot of rain outside as I look at our studio, outside our studio right now. It's actually downpouring right now, so I thought it was bad when I walked in, but I think it's even worse. So be careful if you're driving out there. I bet this usually doesn't end up well for the commute home here in the Boston area and Boston suburbs. It may be a long one, so I don't know. Be careful out there. Go slow. Don't be in a rush. I know it's hard. Anyways, here we go. We got a few Newburyport Clippers in the house today. Left to right, John Lucy, Sam Acquaviva, Jack Reeves, a few runners. How you boys doing?
Good. Not bad.
I should turn you guys up a little bit. Very good. All right, so I will just, Sam knows the drill here. He's been on before. Sam's a veteran. If you're going to, when I taught you, just make sure these guys grab the mic, Sam. I'm going to let you be in charge of this. Put the mic in their face and all that sort of stuff. Let's, Sam, we've met you before, so why don't we start with John. John, good to meet you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm going to be a junior this year. I've been running cross country for 3 years now. I've really enjoyed it. I've been doing track and indoor those 3 years as well.
Okay.
I think it's a really great community, and Coach Henniger's really great. He's really knowledgeable about the sport.
Everybody loves Coach Henniger, does he?
Yeah.
Me not.
Have you been able to catch Sam in any of the races yet, or is that?
No, not yet.
It's coming next year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Coming up on me.
All right, very good. So Sam's feeling the pressure. Let's go to Jack. Jack, you are the cross country extraordinaire here. You don't even really like track. You told me in the
track's
commercial.
all right. Coach Henniger, if you're listening, I like track. I can't handle.
Oh, sorry. Was that not for radio? I apologize.
No. He doesn't mind. He's a good guy.
Good. So, but you enjoy the cross country more.
Yes, definitely.
Very good. And your other hobby was surfing. You said.
Yeah, I do a lot.
You
of
got the
surfing.
surfer look to you. That's good.
Thank you. Yeah.
What? Where do you surf around here?
I'll surf Plum Island all the way up to Rye Harbor, but that's about as far as I'll go up in New Hampshire.
Is it like a daily hobby, a few times a week?
Honestly, lately it's been pretty slim pickings for waves. So
Really, yeah.
I'd like to do it a lot more, but you need really specific conditions around here.
What is the we won't talk surfing the whole time, boys, don't worry. But what is the ideal summer? What is the ideal season for surfing?
Fall.
Fall.
Sure. And winter, yeah. Fall and winter.
Fall and winter.
Fall, it's the warmest, and there's more waves than there were in the summer, but in the winter you just get so many waves and no one out.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
I would
cold,
imagine
but
you're putting on a
it's worth
wetsuit or something.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's still
very
cold.
Thick wetsuit. Yeah.
Very thick
yeah.
wetsuit. But it is still like really cold. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Do you cover all your body? Like, is your face
Literally
exposed?
the only thing that's exposed is your face. It's a full suit with gloves and boots and then a hood, but your face will freeze.
I would think that would be.
My lips are purple for like hours after.
That does not sound like fun at all.
No, it's worth it.
What if you like? And I'm sure maybe this has happened. What if you fall?
Oh, if you fall in the water?
Very unpleasant experience.
You're going underwater a lot in the winter.
Oh my goodness, that sounds terrible. I can't even get my head around that. I guess you try not to fall.
Yeah.
Do you fall every time you go out?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
do. Okay.
I'll always.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
fall all
happen.
the time.
Scary at all?
No.
No.
Not
Never
yet.
had any moment where
Yeah,
it's
I've
like.
had some pretty scary moments, but
Like what?
like leash getting trapped under a rock.
That sounds terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, just stuff like that. Nothing too life-threatening.
What do
though,
you do then?
I'd
Do you
say.
like have to cut the line? Or?
No. You can unjam it always. It's just
okay.
it's scary in the moment when you feel it.
Momentary panic.
Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
that's good. Well, that sounds adventurous.
Yeah.
There you go. Jack Reeves, the surfer. I think you're the actually the second surfer we've had on. We had somebody else. I'm going to try to strain my brain and think of who that was. We have a lot of guests on here. I'll come up with it at some point. But anyway, Sam, how are you?
I'm good.
You
How are
you brought friends today.
Of course.
Surfer friends and running friends.
Yeah.
How you been? What's new?
Nothing. Just training.
You broken any records in recent weeks?
No. Definitely not.
We're-
But,
we-
just enjoying the running in the summer before the season picks up again.
Nobody ran over here, right? We just in the rain. That was. I didn't lie about that.
Ran early morning.
Absolutely. So, what do you guys? Is it? I mean, there have been some hot 90-degree stretches here. Is that? You still try to get out in that stuff? Are you the crazy guys that I see?
Yeah, we try to, or at least I try to get them done in the morning when it's not as warm.
Yeah.
And we have morning runs Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the whole team at 6:30.
Okay.
So that kind of gets you in the habit of waking up early and getting the run done.
Is that during the summer too? You guys? Is that
Yeah, all
Yeah,
throughout
only
the
during the summer.
Yeah.
cool?
So once you're already waking up at 6:30 3 days a week,
Yeah.
waking up at like 7 is not that hard the other days.
I wouldn't think so. Don't forget, I get up at like 1. So. But what's the trick to running in the summertime? Because like I do see people doing it. I saw somebody like in that 95-degree day running at like noontime the other day. I was like,
Well,
do you want to ride?
You go
Hydration.
anytime or later.
Yeah.
hydration is a major key.
Honestly, just get up as early as you can.
Yeah.
Or if you like to run at night, you could do that too.
Yeah.
But it's always cooler in the morning.
So you guys would advise against running at noontime in 90-degree
Yes.
heat?
100%.
Also run slower if you're gonna run when it's hot.
Do you actually run slower?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I can't really picture you running slower.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. So, Jack, how fast is this guy, Sam? Because he was pretty modest last time. Steal that microphone.
Yeah,
just pull it over there.
I mean, you'll never hear from him
I know,
how fast he is. So
that's why I'm asking you.
Someone's got to do it, honestly. I mean, I'm sure everyone on town has heard about like the Carlio brothers, and they're like the fastest kids I've ever known, or I think we've had on the team, honestly. But
Yeah.
honestly, this year I think Sam is gonna probably break that record. And yeah,
What's the
I
current
think
mile
he's-
time?
He's
a
so
very modest man.
Well,
yes.
all right.
Let's give them.
There's plenty of room to go, and they were both incredible talents. Like Nick's at Providence now. He ran 4:01, 4:02 in the mile this year.
Oh my goodness.
And Jack ran the equivalent of a 4:10 mile.
Wow.
And I'm not close to that, so.
I don't think I can drive a mile. What are you at? What's your low mile time?
I ran 4:28.
And you're not close. Okay, yeah. I think you can shave
18 seconds is a
I know,
a
it is.
while
Down,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know it is.
But I think I probably could have. I focused more on the 2 mile during the season, so
Okay.
I probably could have ripped a faster race.
And what are you doing the 2 mile in?
9:26. That was probably my most impressive.
That seems
run
like a
of the
nice
season.
mile time to me. 26. John, how are you? How is this? I mean, I know Sam is the he's kind of the fast time star. Is he like? Do you guys try to keep up with him or?
There's no point in trying to keep up with some other,
Good answer.
There are some other teams that try and do it, but no one's had any success as of yet. Usually ends pretty badly for them. So we kind of just let him go and do his thing while we just try and make our own pack, kind of.
Gotcha. No, he
We
says
train together though.
We train together.
It's not like we run all
Yeah.
separately.
right. Yeah, he says you're kind of catching him a little bit though.
No.
No.
We'll see it come the fall.
What what are your strengths out there? Is it the mile, 2 mile? Or?
For track, yeah, I did mainly the 2 mile in outdoor and the mile in indoor.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and the whole indoor versus outdoor game is completely different too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are the rules the same? It's just they move
It's the
it
same as just indoor. It's a smaller track, so it's kind of more of a mental game when you have more laps to do.
Okay.
The tactics are also different because in outdoor you have like long straightaways where you can pass people, where on indoor the straightaways are more than half the size.
Grab the
so
mic and tell me more about the tactics.
They're the straightaways on the indoor tracks, which are a lot smaller.
Yeah.
The straightaways are like half the size. So
Okay.
if you want to pass someone, you're usually going to have to do it on a turn.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you'll pass people less because you're trying to conserve energy, not trying to
Oh,
run
that's
some more
interesting.
distance. Yeah.
I actually do recognize that in the Olympics. You see most of the people make their passes on the
Yeah,
turns.
definitely. Well, in the Olympics, it becomes really tactical because leading the race, running from the front is really difficult because you have the wind, and also mentally it's more taxing. So people will try to just tuck in behind other runners. So when nobody wants to take the lead, it ends up being really slow until the last lap is just an all-out sprint.
Gotcha. That is interesting. So, like, I remember my old high school. It was 10 laps around. Indoors was a mile. Is that like a standard track, or is that?
Usually, like the The standard tracks, so really good indoor tracks, are 8 laps.
8
for
laps,
a mile.
okay.
Yeah.
So mine was slightly small, I guess.
Yeah, like
Okay.
most of the ones around here are like 11 laps. There's one in Ipswich that's 16 laps for a mile, and that is
You must get dizzy at your speed.
yeah, that's something else.
Man.
I had the pleasure of running the 2 mile there my freshman year, and
Around and around and
never been
around. You've never been the same.
it's terrible.
My mouth will never be that dry.
Jack, what'd you say? Your mouth will never be
My
that dry?
mouth would never be that dry ever again.
Wow.
I can't think of a scenario where it could be.
So humid in there.
So you didn't enjoy that experience either.
No, it's like it can make you go insane running 32 laps on a circle, like as fast as you can.
Yeah.
The views, I guess, aren't fantastic.
No,
Like
it's a
hamsters?
cafeteria actually.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's a cafeteria.
It's a cafeteria with lions. Yeah.
Pretty much. And especially when in the race I ran, the person who was leading the race was just toying with me the whole time because he was a lot faster than I was. So whenever I would catch up, he'd just sprint a half lap and then get ahead of me and let me come back and then just sprint another half lap.
Just drain.
Who is
Yeah,
this
just
guy?
me.
We got to get him on. That is too. So that was the Ipswich Jack. All right. That doesn't seem pleasant. The views, I think, are probably better running along the water here or something,
Yeah.
right? Or through the woods.
Maudsley,
Maudsley, yeah.
Oh yeah.
the greatest venue. We are so
Yeah.
lucky to have it.
Really?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
ask anyone in the Cal, as much as they might dislike having to run at our course because we know it so well,
Yeah.
every other team will say Maudsley is their favorite course.
Just
to run there every
scenic-wise
day.
and
yeah. It's just there's
It's a little
something
bit
about
shorter.
it. Yeah.
It's nice.
That would always be a good thing, I think, for running. What again? We're talking with Sam Acquaviva in the middle, John Lucy on the left, Jack Reeves, all runners for Newburyport, for the Newburyport Clippers, enjoying their summer right now. When you say that you do have the home course advantage or whatever, is there like literally an advantage to running the same course every time? Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean? There's like a stone that the other team could trip over or something? Like,
Well, we know. Well, we're running the course every day, and maybe not exactly that course, but around the woods, so we know when the hills are.
Gotcha.
If sometimes after it rains, there are some parts that are like soggy, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know where those spots are, and when to time when you're gonna make your final move, when to make sure you're not like slacking in the middle,
Gotcha.
and when to pick it up at the end.
So you guys are pretty much on autopilot on your home course. You don't really need to
Yeah.
think, whereas the other group might be thinking and
Right.
looking constantly.
Right.
That can be a little bit draining, I would think.
Yeah, especially because our course starts with a downhill for like a quarter mile, half a mile, and so other teams will just cruise on that. And
Yeah.
then they forget that they have to come back up that hill.
Yeah.
How do you
And so,
forget that?
yeah.
That seems logical to me.
Yeah. But I guess you don't
Easy
really
to forget when you're amped.
Yeah.
That's true. Adrenaline gets pumping, and you like the early lead.
Yeah.
What's the trick as far as when you talk about like the strategic planning of a race? Does your strategy change sometimes within a race, or is it pretty much a game
Definitely.
plan beforehand?
Yeah.
And you agreed with that very easily, Jack. Why don't you take it then? I like the head nod.
Yeah, honestly, during a race, anything can happen. Like, you could step on a route and just like mess up your ankle, or somebody could come out of nowhere and just like pass you.
Yeah.
And you just have to adjust to a lot of different things. Like, if you realized you ate something that you definitely shouldn't have before the race.
This sounds
you
like
start to
something we've
feel it.
experienced, have
Yeah,
we?
you start
Yeah.
to feel it come up, and you're like, all right, I gotta slow it down for a second, just so you can not empty your stomach.
Don't you know a half hour after you eat,
Yeah,
Jack?
no.
Come on.
I need to, that's like one of my main goals, to get better at what to
Planning
eat before.
meals.
Yeah, for
Eating
sure.
control.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
an
this?
easy thing to change, but it's harder for me than I thought it would be.
What is this? Amateur hour?
Yeah.
Are you ever like dreaming about the ocean when you're running?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Most of the time.
I'd rather be there.
Yes, absolutely. During a race, it's like, honestly, you either are thinking about like the race very specifically, or I'm just like daydreaming because I'm just
Yeah.
like in so much pain. I'm like, I can't think about this right now.
Yeah. And
Just
the,
like, it's nice to have something to take your mind off it.
the endorphins eventually kick in, and
Yeah.
carry you through. How about
Yes.
you, John Lucy? Do you what's your game plan? Do you change up your strategy at all during a race, or do you pretty much try to stick to it once you?
For me, it really depends on the team, whether we're gonna have to go out hard to get a good place early on and kind of just try and secure that, if we're facing a really good team, or if we're facing a little bit worse of a team, we can not take the meet as hard and just try and prepare for the next one more.
Yep.
And take it out a little easier.
Gotcha. Do you have like a position where like I take it you want Sam to finish first in a certain amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know like you have to be in the top whatever for Newburyport to have a good day?
I'd probably have to be a place pretty close to Sam for a
yeah.
Cal meet.
Gotcha.
Probably like at either one place or two places behind him.
So you're just
Yeah.
gonna chase Sam all day.
Yeah.
John's looking like he might be our number 2 guy, or at least number 3 next year.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of responsibility coming into the season.
I can already see you're actually putting some subtle pressure on him there, Sam.
Well, because it's a lot easier when you're up front in the race, because even if you are like 15 seconds slower than what you should be,
Yep.
that might be 1 or 2 places, where when you're more in the middle of the pack, like 5 seconds can be like 10 places when there's a lot more people there. So there's a lot more pressure on those people than there are.
Those must be some wild finishes, you know.
Yeah. It's kind of funny when you see it. You kind of know who left a little bit too much. There's the one kid who's just like, he's running as hard as he can, but he's, moving at a decent speed. And then there's the one kid who just, it's like a 100-meter race at the end of a 5K. He just sprints past him.
Yeah, jeez. And then you put it in a gym like Ipswich, everybody like collides into the wall or something. John, so he thinks you should be a number 2 or 3. What's this like a lot of off-season work going in right now, or what?
Yeah, trying to get a lot of miles in these weeks leading up to cross country for the endurance for later in the season, and just like a little bit of speed going on too for those races as well.
What's the regimen? So say like Monday starts the week.
So I would probably do about 7 miles on a Monday.
A nice easy 7, okay. And then today?
Today, another 7.
Okay, you've already done it?
I run this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it this morning?
Yeah.
All right.
And then tomorrow I would have like kind of like a workout or like a tempo day, kind of like speed up in the middle of the race or the run. So maybe like 6 to 7 again.
Okay.
Then 2 more days of 7. Then either an off day.
So that's 35 miles of running in Monday through Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then
Just want to get that on record. Good.
either
Carry
like
on.
an off day or a long day. And then if I don't do,
Saturday's off.
yeah.
Nice play.
Or
I try to do that too.
Yeah, and then I'll do like 12 miles on Sunday.
All right. Well, you're a better man than me. Do you do that too, Sam? Or
Yeah, we try to. In the summer, it's really about consistency and like
7 miles? Every
it sounds
day.
like a lot of miles, but
It
they're
is.
not
It
hard
is a lot of miles.
miles.
No, they are hard miles, Sam.
Well,
It's
we're
it's
running
7.
them easily. Like in the season, we're probably doing a little bit less, but each mile is a lot faster and a lot harder. While in the summer, as strange as it might seem, we're enjoying the runs, and when it doesn't feel like you're running for an hour every day, because you're running it with the team and you're running it kind of slow and you're with your teammates who you're enjoying it with.
You know that expression, you guys are a different breed? You're a different breed. Yeah, that's so it doesn't feel like you're running 7 miles. It's an easy 7. Unbelievable. Jet, do you agree with this? I feel like you might be the guy on my side on this. Like, these guys are crazy.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to comment on this whole summer training topic, but they're definitely more consistent with it than I should be.
You got to surf, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard when the waves are usually the best in the summer in the morning, but I don't know. Sometimes I've punished myself a few times in the afternoon for not running in the morning, but I definitely have not done a single 35-mile week this summer.
Me neither.
From injury.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
also, I've had a reoccurring injury for like 3 years that
You gotta play it safe.
I'm always doing PT for.
What do you got?
It's IT band syndrome. It's just crazy tight IT band on my right leg.
That's going to be tough on a runner.
It sucks, yeah. It's hard.
What? So you guys are 35 miles a week. Not so much for Jack, but that's a lot. That's a heavy burden. Is there ever any Monday morning you get up and you say, I just don't want to do it today?
Yep. It happens a lot. Well, but also, like, even though it sounds like a lot of training, there are other schools who are doing so much more. Like, we trust in Coach Henniger.
Yeah.
Because he really
It's Coach
knows how
Don
to-
Henniger, by the way, the legendary Newburyport track
absolutely
coach.
a legend. But he knows how to be efficient with our training, where we're not overdoing the training and we're not going to peak in high school. Like, he's trying to prepare us so we're running at our best in college and throughout our running career, where there are some other schools around the country that are running like 80-mile weeks, 90-mile weeks, but that might not be the smartest as you're still developing as a runner, and that's why our team doesn't have a lot of injuries, even though they do still happen, where other teams might have a lot more because they're overtraining.
Interesting. All right. Well, as I drop my pen, how about that? We'll take our first break right here. I do want to talk a little bit more about college aspirations and stuff when we get back, because you're probably already thinking about that a little bit. Or I don't know, maybe you're not. But I know I was a late thinker on that one. But when we get back, we'll have more with John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, Jack Reeves. These guys are Newburyport Clippers runners for the high school team. Tyler Neufels, the producer today. David Kramer producing on the TV side. Hello to everybody watching. And we'll be right back. Much more of Afternoon Drive here in just a moment.
Well, oh, Joe, I'm going home. I'm going home. Spend the rest of my life right here with my wife. I ain't a roaming no more. Well, oh, Joe, don't know I ain't gonna do it. 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 I ain't a roaming no more. Well, oh, Joe. I'm going home. I'm going home. Spend the rest of my life right here with my wife. I ain't a roaming no more. Well, oh, Joe, I'm going home. Never more to roam. Spend the rest of my life right here with my wife. I ain't a roaming no more. Well, oh, Joe, don't know I ain't gonna do it. 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 I ain't a roaming no more. Well, oh, Joe, don't know I ain't gonna do it. Don't know I ain't gonna do it. Don't know I ain't gonna do it. I ain't a roaming no more. Well, oh, Joe.
Possible news at 7:37. Just hit the World Trade Center. This is the real world. No, I guess we're trying to confirm this. So much real world stuff happening during an exercise. Where's Langley at? Where's later? I think this will be a hip ride. Okay. Oh, 350 negative. Negative. Turn it right, crank it up, mine. All right, here we go. Negative clearance to fire.
All the papers in the air mean nothing now. Search my memory for a prayer forgotten how. There may be heaven, I don't know. Take my hand, time to go. Take my hand, step out of time. Take my hand, step out of time. Out of time. Out of time.
Well, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all doing okay on a rainy Tuesday afternoon. Show is off to a good start here. We have John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, and Jack Reeves in the house. Newburyport Clippers, track stars, running stars, and we've been learning a lot about the crazy, what I consider crazy, running routines during the summer. 7 miles a day for John and Sam. Jack, again, getting into some trouble today because he's not been doing that. Injury and surfing too. So the lot going on with Jack. But we were just learning. Tyler Neufeld here, the producer, knows a couple of these guys. Tyler used to run in high school as well. Tyler, what's your current mileage time?
Oh, I ran like 2 miles the other day.
2 miles?
A week ago, and that took me like 15 minutes. So
15 minutes for 2 miles. Not a bad time, Sam.
Very solid.
Respectable, right?
Yeah.
Good answer. I'd have been very upset if you didn't say that. There you go. It gets tougher when you get
when you don't run.
when you don't run. Yes, there you go. But again, John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, and Jack Reeves. John, I was looking at your watch actually, and I know you mentioned it off the air there. That's the Apple Watch, I think.
No, it's a Garmin.
Oh, so that's like really made for running then, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. Do you like use it during races to help you out, or?
I never wear a watch during races. It's just something I just don't do. But for training, I always wear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'll slow you down if you wear it during a race.
Yeah, a little too heavy.
People taking the time for
Brag.
you. How about you? Do you wear anything, Sam? You gotta.
Yeah, I got another Garmin. They're nice because they tell you they tell you how far you're running and
Yeah.
what your pace is, and it's easy to like obsess over it while you're running.
Yeah.
And not really focus on how you're actually feeling. But once you get over that initial reaction of it's so cool to check your watch every 5 seconds, it's really
Yeah. Do you guys do
It's nice
the?
to be able to have.
Do you any of you guys do the Fitbit thing?
No, what's the Fitbit thing?
Fitbit. Oh, really? Are those that outdated?
Or just have a Fitbit.
have a Fitbit,
No.
yeah, yeah.
My
Okay,
par-
yeah.
My mom and dad have one, but I don't.
They're a little expensive.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had one for like I wore it for a week and I didn't like how heavy it was on me. But
Oh, yeah.
But it is cool. I see some people like my sister-in-law, like they and her boyfriend, they obsess over it.
Yeah.
They like try to get to their amount of goal steps per day.
Yeah, that's where my mom's
I
at.
joke.
Yeah.
Over it.
It's a little bit weird, actually.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Sorry, Elise and Brian, but even on the beach up in Maine, it's like God, we just got to
Gotta
keep
get your
moving
steps
for a
in.
little bit. I'm
Gotta
like,
get
you
the
could sit
steps in.
down for a second actually and talk, but no. But yeah, all right. So no Fitbits for you guys. Interesting. I'm always curious about the new technologies. Is there anything that has changed in like recent years as far as the track game, or is it the same as it is 10 years ago? Any technological advances?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
track.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the new track that we just got.
Oh, the track itself, yeah.
Yeah, the actual track. It's so nice compared to what we had before. It's like.
What did Newburyport do? Redo everything? They new
yeah.
track, new football field.
Yeah, new track, turf field going in next year. I think right in the
We
center
have the
there.
turf field at the high school.
The big one, yeah.
And I think we're getting a turf field inside the track.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're
Next
also-
year is
yeah.
I think when they're gonna.
And they're
do
also
that.
planting trees around it so that they have some wind cover.
Yes.
Wow.
And also, thank God for that. But
Yeah.
also, I think they're expanding on like parking and bleachers as well.
Interesting.
So and bathrooms too, like whole new facility.
So a lot going on.
Yeah.
What? How big of a you were very pleased with the wind prevention? How big of an issue is that?
Oh, down there it can be a big issue.
Really?
Like, for us, yeah. It's just in an unfortunate location. It's like a tunnel.
Wow.
So much wind goes down there.
Does it ever go the right way?
Well, yeah, like you're running in a circle, so
Right.
eventually it's gonna be on your back.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's definitely easier to run with no wind though
Yes.
than like
Yeah.
10-mile wind going this way and then 10-mile
Yeah.
wind in the other direction.
How about like cross country? Do you ever get a track that's because like sometimes in like I know like the Boston Marathon, sometimes those records are thrown out or asterisked, whatever they
yeah.
do because there was too strong of a wind at the back or something. Do you ever have that where it's just like a really easy race because the wind pretty much for whatever reason was at your back?
Not that I've noticed.
Yeah.
And I think most courses are loops.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think any of them aren't loops.
Interesting. Okay.
But I mean, that's definitely more of a possibility
In
in
a
cross
marathon.
country because even if it is a loop, there's a lot of it that's covered by like trees.
Yeah.
Where you wouldn't feel wind, and then you could get like a gust at your back.
Gotcha. And you guys are all in great shape, obviously. Like, good gust of wind might blow you over, actually. John, what is the toughest part? And it's probably, I mean, toughest as in a good way. But is it strange at all having a guy like Sam that you're chasing on a daily basis at practice? Does it drive you? Is there like a friendly competition between you two?
No. Usually we like run together during practice. Like we try and get as many guys from the guy team at once to run together.
Yep.
And then if you can't, then we try and find someone else that you can run with that's about your speed. For races, Sam's just so far ahead usually that he's not really even part of the race because you already know he's gonna win. So then it's just everyone else versus each other.
Do you ever drop back, Sam, and give some of these guys a little bit more hope, or?
What do you mean? No. I've done some pacing. Like if someone's trying to PR for like a 2-mile, I've paced a couple guys. Like where because we were talking about how it's harder to run from the front.
Pacing meaning showing them what pace they should be going at?
Yeah, and they'll just tuck in right behind me.
Okay.
And I'll just lead them.
So this is how you do it.
Pace. Yeah.
Yes. And then you run another 7 miles just to keep yourself sharper.
Just to show off.
Just for fun. It's too funny. So what's the, you guys all seem very high. Everybody I've ever talked to on the track team seems very high on Coach Henniger. John, what's your favorite part about running for Coach Don Henniger?
He's very knowledgeable about the sport. Like if you ever have a question about injury prevention, about training, about stretching, about anything running related, he'll know the answer, or he'll give you a site or something you can like look it up on.
Gotcha.
So that's very helpful.
Yeah,
Do you-
even when it's non-running related,
Yeah.
he's just a wise guy.
He is.
And he's
Yeah.
just an awesome guy to talk to about really
Jeez, what else are you asking him about?
anything.
Sam, leave me alone, please. But anything really, you feel like he's kind of your guy to go to
Yeah,
for life advice?
And it's not even just me or just us. Like he's a very open person, and everyone just feels this connection with him where they can
Yeah.
really go to him about anything they have.
Did he give you surfing lessons too, Jack? Or? No.
No, I'm not sure what he thinks about
He
surfing.
probably knows how to surf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be surprised.
That's funny. You and Jack, you were saying you play a little guitar too, right? So
Yeah.
we were talking off the air. Tyler does, my producer. I'm a bit of a poor man's player. So you have like a lot of other hobbies
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to keep you busy.
Definitely. Yeah, I do a lot of different stuff.
Anything else we should know about before we continue on?
I don't know.
Woodworking?
Woodworking?
rock climbing.
Rock climbing.
He's
That
crazy
kinda
at
stuff.
rock climbing.
He's crazy at rock climbing.
He's really good.
What does that even mean? I don't know.
I'm not sure,
I remember
honestly.
I
think Sam should
Well, I got
digress.
a membership to Metro Rock like 2 years ago, and I went like every day for the summer. And there's a difficulty level for each course.
Yeah.
And I think I got up to like V5. It's what's the max? V12.
Yeah.
And I got up to V5, and what are you doing, like V9s?
Yeah, like around like V8, V7.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing now.
and that's so much harder than what I did. And I thought I was good at the time, but apparently not.
So this is they put the strap on your back and you. No.
No, I usually don't use
Oh,
ropes. I
okay.
just boulder.
Yeah, you are a coach's nightmare, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I can injure, I don't know, I get hurt a lot. I injure myself quite a bit.
That seems that seems a little bit dangerous. You can
Yes.
probably take a few bad falls, right?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Not a problem though. No.
No, I mean, I've injured myself during the running season, climbing more than once, but it's fun. I
How's
really like
how's
it.
that conversation go with coach?
It's hard. It's hard to tell him, but he always understands. He's just like telling me to be careful.
Not going to be able to rein you in. Okay. And so, what's the more dangerous sport, rock climbing or surfing or track?
Oh God, I don't know honestly. Track's pretty safe unless you're like dehydrated. I could see some pretty bad things, but probably outdoor rock climbing and surfing is probably the most dangerous.
How did the family members feel about that? Do you ever get the?
Oh, every time I go, I usually tell my mom what the waves are like, where I'm going, who's going with me.
Do you have to have somebody with
all
you?
the details, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll surf alone unless it's like 10 feet. If it's like, I don't know, 7 feet, I'd surf alone.
7
But
feet of
anything
waves, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
anything above that, I wouldn't want to go out alone.
Gotta have somebody else.
Yeah.
Who do you surf with? Is there a big surfing community around here?
Not many kids in the high school surf.
Come on, Sam. You
Yeah,
got the
I-
run.
no,
You
I
got the
try to
running
get-
thing
I try
down.
to get kids on the team out there, but there's a few kids in the high school that I'll surf with, but it's mostly a lot of older guys, honestly, that I see in the water all the time.
Gotcha. Is it like a big? Have you got? I never had like the chance to like surf really. That was never like a sport that was presented to me.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of chances around here.
Yeah,
but
right on the water. It's a water community.
it's not as easy as it looks, believe it or not.
It doesn't look that easy,
I
Sam.
think it's
right?
discouraging because
Yeah.
well, you'll see some people who are just like,
Yeah.
enjoying themselves and having so much fun, and then you try.
Yeah.
And it takes actually some practice.
I bet it does. I can barely do the. Well, actually, I actually like this thing. I just figured out how to do it. But you know those paddle boards on the lake? They're very easy
those
to.
things are awesome.
They are. Yeah, they're cool to stand on. I was getting way too comfortable the other day. It was my first time on the one we got, and I just wiped out in the middle of the lake in front of a
tough.
boat that was coming. I said, it's very embarrassing getting up after that. But summer's in Maine. Again, we're joined by John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, and Jack Reeves, runners on the Newburyport Clippers track team. And so as we come down the stretch here, boys, what you guys all mentioned? Are you all working? Is that
Yes.
you all good jobs? John's no. John's a little bit young. You got another year or two, right?
Yeah, it's a little late on the job search.
Good for you. Enjoying this. Well, hey, if you're running 7 miles a day, I don't know when you'd have time to work.
Good point.
So what, Sam? What are you doing for a gig?
I'm babysitting. I used to work at the Pioneer Field.
I bet you're a good babysitter.
I hope so. I think the kids like me.
Good. What
yeah.
ages?
I'm babysitting right now a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty serious,
Usually
actually.
it's just the 4-year-old, but every couple weeks it's both of them.
4 years old seems tough.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a journey
Yeah, it's a journey.
because he likes instant gratification. So he'll get into an activity, and then within 5 minutes, if he doesn't win, we'll do something else, and then when he wins, we'll do something else. So it's a lot of different things in one day.
Yeah, you're like, let's race.
Yeah. If I raced him, he would get bored very quickly.
It's funny. The guy I was talking to who had just had his third kid that I work with. I don't have any kids, but he was saying it's like, don't listen to the terrible twos. It's more like terrible threes and fours. It's when they can start saying no to you. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
So, but that's interesting. So you're babysitting. That's good. Good money in the babysitting world.
Yeah.
Gets you through the summer.
Yeah, I don't spend much money, so whatever comes my way is nice.
A little spending cash on the side. How about you? Said you were working too, Jack, right?
I work for my friend's parents. They're just longtime family friends. The company's called Ives EEG Solutions. We just make EEG electrodes for hospitals,
Oh, okay.
just for like reading brain waves and any head trauma.
Whoa.
You'll probably get an EEG on your head at the hospital.
Wow.
It's serious, yeah.
Oh, I was not expecting that answer. I work at the surf shop or something,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
no.
fun too.
Wow, that's interesting. So are you into that, or?
I mean, I never really thought I would be, but I do enjoy doing it, and it's like pretty cool work. It's a really great job.
You are a very unique man, Jack Reeves. I like
Thank
it.
you.
What about what year are you again, Jack?
I'm gonna be a senior next.
And you're with Sam.
Yes.
And you're a year younger.
I'm gonna be a junior.
John Lewis is going to be a junior. So you're probably not thinking about colleges yet, John, right?
No.
Not really. All right. So these two guys, Sam, we talked about school maybe briefly last time.
We might have. I probably have a better idea now.
What do you got? Hit me with it.
Well, it's a better idea. Still not a good idea. But I've been looking all around because I definitely want to run in college. I'm
Yeah.
not sure at what level I want to run at.
I'm sure a lot of coaches want you to run in college too.
Henniger would definitely like it if I ran in college. It's just getting the college coaches to agree with that.
I think I can't imagine you're not getting plenty of calls, right?
I mean, if I contact them, usually most of them have responded, but
They pay attention.
right.
Okay.
It's nice. It's fun, like looking around for schools, and then it kind of narrows it down when a school actually wants you.
Yeah.
Because when a school doesn't want you, it's not as fun.
Yeah, you can feel the love, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So where are you looking? Would you rather stay local or?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to stay in New England, or a little bit outside of New England, but somewhat close. And then I want to go to a pretty rigorous school. So I've been talking to the coaches from MIT. MIT is D3, but they're a really good school.
Yeah.
And I would love to go there.
I hear they're a big school.
Yeah, they're all right. Dartmouth, Northeastern, Tufts.
Wow, it's a good list.
And Brown have been the schools I've mostly been looking at.
Gotcha. Yeah, those are all great spots.
Yeah.
Do you take into consideration the actual running area?
Oh,
like MIT, Northeastern, I would think you'd find some great spots to run through
Yeah.
Boston along the Charles.
right.
Brown has a little bit of that too.
Yeah, I love Brown's campus. I haven't, the running trails around it, I haven't taken much
Yeah, I'm
into
not so familiar
consideration,
either, but-
whenever I talk to a coach, I ask about their program and try to find other ways to learn about what they're doing,
Yeah.
their training. And most of them are pretty flexible and exactly what I want in a program, so it works out.
So will they invite you think, at some point, come run with the squad or whatever?
Well, there's usually if you're gonna run at a school, usually you'll do it an overnight, and so you'll sleep there with the team.
Yep.
And run with them once or twice. And so I'll hopefully do a couple of those in the fall.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, Brown, I went to school in Providence. They had, I'm not exactly sure about the running trails either, but there's some good running spots. Brown is,
Yeah.
they have the Thayer Street right there, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cobblestones, actually. You probably don't want to run on cobblestones,
Yeah.
right? That seems like a bad idea. Jack would roll an ankle, definitely, I think. What about you, Jack? You looking at colleges yet, or?
Yeah, I've visited a few. I don't know if I want to stay as local as Sam does.
California?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I haven't
What a
visited-
guess.
I haven't visited anywhere out there. I checked out UVM. That's the closest school
Yep.
I've kind of looked at.
Burlington.
And then my brother went out to school in Colorado, so I looked at his school. It was Western State Colorado University. And then I also visited University of British Columbia in Vancouver.
Wow.
And I think that's going to be my number one choice right now.
Number one. All right. Well, there you go.
Mhm.
Can you have you looked at all the other stuff, the surfing game and the?
Yeah, there's surfing. There's Whistler is half an hour, so if you get a season pass there, the winter's guaranteed to be
ski or
amazing.
snowboarder.
Snowboard.
Snowboard. Okay. Could you both? Can you do both?
I don't know, honestly. I've never
Always
tried
aboard?
skiing that much. Yeah.
Gotcha. Wakeboard too.
Yeah,
Anything
wakeboard.
aboard?
Anything with a board, I'll
Yeah.
ride.
Skateboard.
Yeah, just don't really want to get waterboarded. That's everybody always asks me you're always into boarding, about waterboarding.
And that's your punchline. Excellent, Jack. How about you, John? What's I mean, you said you didn't even start looking at school. So when does this process start for you? You just worry about it when you worry about it?
Yeah, maybe starting this fall, probably start looking into some schools.
And taking the summer off.
Yeah.
Well, from thinking about that anyway. Well, that's interesting. So what's the senior year for you two boys? What's the goal? You start running right away, right? You get the fall track season.
Yeah, we got cross country in the fall.
It comes quick, doesn't it? You look
yeah,
at
and it ends quick too, because it's a long season. it starts at end of August and doesn't end until early December, end of November.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like 4 or 5 months.
I know.
And then you're starting at the beginning of the summer too. But it always goes by fast.
Once like July, I always feel once like July 4th comes and goes, like summer just speeds
Yeah.
up, and
It's
it's a short season anyway here. But
Right.
and I also love fall though. Is fall like the best time to run around here?
Nice.
Yeah,
really like
I
it.
love running in the fall, especially in Maudsley, because
Yeah.
you know the trees are changing colors and it's
Crisp air.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice.
literally just it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's apple cider when you're done. If you're into that sort of thing. I always think fall's the best season around here for running. And I always feel this like rejuvenized energy to get back in shape
Yeah.
in the fall when
Definitely.
when it hits. Just, I don't know why. You guys kids go back to school, and I feel like I should get back to trying to get in better shape in solidarity with you guys. Actually, it was very funny. John and Jack last time Sam was here, and again John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, Jack Reeves, left to right. When Sam was on the show, Sam, you were one of our first guests actually way back when, weren't you? I feel like
yeah, early December.
Did you say it was like Christmas time? So that would have made
right
sense.
before Christmas.
Gotcha. Yeah, Sam's been upset we haven't been playing Christmas music today, like we were last time he was here. But the last time you were here, you started a trend that actually picked up steam for like a month, where all the student athletes were saying hello, a shout out to mom.
Oh, yeah.
He stopped me. I was signing off, and he said, he goes, "Oh, wait, one thing. I gotta say hi to mom." I was like, "That's fantastic, excellent."
And Dad.
You did forget about Dad last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I won't this time.
There you go. You've covered yourself. But yeah, it was a very, very funny moment. The parents are probably very supportive of you guys. I mean, if you're going off, what did you say a 12-mile run is? How long?
Like an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Ooh, that's actually shorter than I thought. Hour and a half?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He runs it fast.
That is a fast 12 miles. Hour and a half. Tyler, you were surprised by that, weren't you?
Yeah, that's quick.
Yeah, Tyler actually asked that. Our producer Tyler asked John how long a 12-mile run is while we were off the air, and he was surprised how quick it was. It's a little depressing, actually, that it is that short. See, my problem is with the run these days. I take the big hound dog out for the run too, and he gets distracted with the nose. You know.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good runner too. What's that?
It's kind of nice having those breaks when the dog gets distracted.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. There's a lot of distractions though. It's too many. Like one halfway point. If we could agree on a halfway point, I'd be fine. But I don't know. Dogs don't work that way. Do you guys ever take a dog or?
I get discouraged because they don't even get tired and they're not even training. So
Wow, we have found the animal that can beat you. Excellent. So what kind of dog do you have?
I have 2 dogs, a Labradoodle and a Cockapoo.
Okay, so those are both little, right?
Yeah,
And they just keep going.
I mean, Norman, my Labradoodle, he gets tired kind of quick.
Yeah.
But Rosie, who's younger, keeps up pretty well, and
She's the cockapoo.
yeah, because I'm just trying to tire her out so she'll stop barking.
Yep.
It doesn't. She never stops barking.
My family dog was a cockapoo too. Actually, just turned 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and struggling a little bit, but she was same thing, fast as could be. You open up the door in the summertime, jumping in the pool, crazy. That it's funny with the energy that they sometimes have. They're not. I don't think they're supposed to be an energetic breed, the cockapoo, but
Really?
your dog and my dog to go against that point apparently. Very interesting. But all right, so you will not run with the dog either.
No.
Not anymore. It's too depressing.
longer.
I think you're
Throw a ball.
Throw a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, back and forth all
I
day.
do work and I don't have to.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Jack, pets? No.
Yeah, I got a dog and a cat.
You run with them?
Nope. No.
Can you run with a cat? You can't run with a cat. What do cats
I
do?
see my cat never. My cat lives
They
in
do.
a separate part of our house.
And not to offend the cat people, but they do seem a little antisocial.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog and a cat in the house? That would not work in my house.
It doesn't work. The cat
Okay.
does not come downstairs in like a year.
Gotcha.
It lives in its own apartment, basically.
Really?
Yeah, 3rd floor.
Did you guys ever go visit or?
Yeah, no, we bring the food up.
That's
and then
nice,
It's not
yeah.
there when we go and replace it or check the water. No.
Hopefully it's the cat eating it. Right? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dog is not a fan of the cat.
No, the dog loves the cat. The
Oh.
cat just hates the dog. Hates it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, my hound dog Henry chased a first weekend of my when I bought the house in Danvers. We had been there 5 days, and he chased a neighborhood cat up into a tree, and tried to climb the tree. Dogs can't climb trees, as it turns out. But the neighbors are saying we got to call the fire department. I'm like, is that something you do? I think it will eventually come down. And I actually had to call the fire department, and just because they were like the neighbors were kind of freaking out about their cat in the tree. Worst case scenario ever. The cat had been a house cat for 3 years, and they had just recently, like 3 days before, decided to make it an outdoor cat.
Not anymore.
So it hasn't been outside since. Yeah. So I actually talked to the fire chief, and he said, "So listen, Drew, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell him to go back inside for a half hour. Usually the cat always comes down. If we don't usually come out for this sort of thing." And he said, "If they're not down the half hour, we'll bring a ladder out. All right." But the cat came down. So that was my little hello to the neighborhood. Good dog story to end with. All right, final minute or two, boys. John Lucy, goals for the 2018 fall track season? Yes?
Yeah.
What are the goals? Go.
I think just like include everyone on the team, get to know everyone, even the incoming freshmen.
Ooh, sounds like a future captain, Sam, huh?
Wow. I was expecting like a time or something.
I know, I was thinking of time.
Get faster as well. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Or be a good teammate.
Yeah.
I like
John for you.
be a good teammate. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, John Lucy, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciated having you.
Yeah.
First time. You'll be a senior. You got plenty of time to come back on. This will be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we haven't scared him away. Sam, how about you? What are your goals? Like a 250 mile or something?
Yeah, no, that'd be nice.
That'd be good? Okay, cool.
Include everyone on the team,
Oh, nice. Well played.
including John. I just gotta outdo him now. For times, I don't know. Yeah, run faster.
Yep.
Really just honestly focus on the team, because last year we were we lost a lot of seniors, and this year we didn't lose too many. We lost 2 out of our top 7, and
Yep.
the top 5 are scored. So I think we'll have a good team, and just building on that and build a good team environment so people can run fast. And
Senior year, are you
themselves as runners.
going to be more cognizant of trying to like soak it all in a little bit?
Right, definitely. Yeah, definitely enjoy it. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
That's a good goal.
See that? There's a good hint from me.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Take that one with you. Jack Reeves, you?
Goals.
Take up another hobby or something?
No, hopefully just train consistently.
Oh, good answer. Finishing strong for Coach Henniger.
Yeah, beat John Lucy.
Is he on? Are you on his heels now? Is that how this
No,
is?
John. I've always been trying to catch up to John, but I think he's with his summer training. I don't know if it'll be the case this year. I think he's
It
gonna be
does
ahead
seem
most
like
of the
he's
time.
training harder than
He
you.
has been. Yeah, I'm optimistic, but we'll see.
All right, Tyler Neufeld, real quickly, come over to the microphone here. Review of the Radiohead show the other night at Madison Square Garden. Go ahead.
Oh, it was great. They did, what was it? They did like an hour-and-a-half set, and then they did 2 encores. And within the first 3 songs, some guy got kicked out for starting a fight right behind me.
Excellent. An adult, he said. Yep.
And like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Great show.
Yeah, I love Radiohead, and I don't know. It was nice to see Tom York in the flesh.
Cool.
So.
Well, there you go. There's the little music minute with Tyler Neufeld. Very, very solid guitar player himself. He had the whole setup in here. Do you still have the guitars in there?
Yeah, I still have a guitar over there.
Oh, nice. There you go. You can go try him out there, Jack, if you'd like. Or maybe not. You have to have Tyler's permission. I'm not sure. He might not like you. I don't know. Well, boys, thank you very much. A pleasure as always. I know we've had Sam before, and it was nice to have John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, and Jack Reeves in the house. Very fast hour, right?
Yeah.
We're done. Now you get to go back out in the rain. We'll see you guys during the season, maybe. It's good. Usually I thought it's good. Sounds like a good plan here. Should go win some awards and go win a lot of races, and we'll have you on again. Yeah, there you go. And if we see any big surfing stories, maybe we can contact you, Jack.
I'll let you know.
There you go. Or if you you have any stories, you know. Be careful out there, will you?
Will do.
My name is Drew Moholland. This has been Afternoon Drive. We'll be here Thursday again, 3 o'clock, to help take you into the weekend. And the pen just keeps falling today. We'll take you into the weekend Thursday. And let's see, who do we have Thursday? Haven't finalized that guest yet, so I won't tease anything there. Big thanks, Tyler Neufeld, David Kramer on the TV side, the 2 producers for the day. Thank you, boys, both. John Lucy, Sam Aquaviva, Jack Reeves. Great show. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys again. This has been Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio.
Oh, the star did fall, and the moon did bleed. Will we see revelations roll? Will the Lord unleash those fearsome beasts to torture sinful souls? When the saints fly up, let your mercies roll down on us, poor sinners left below. In the final